That sounded a little parental, didn't it? Well, we are very sure of ourselves. We know who you are and we know how that feels, and we want you to come join us, but it really is up to you. We are not wanting you to feel that we are seeing you as wrong when you don't come. We're just seeing you as not feeling good when you don't come, and we'd rather you feel better. That sounds a little parental too, doesn't it? So, but here's the part that we think you might not really be following along completely. This is the leading edge part of this seminar that once you get it, it will be so valuable to you. And that is that the eternal you from non-physical projected part of itself into the you that you know as you for a very important reason, for the thrill of the leading edge expansion. So when that non-physical you is expressing through you, and you're having a contrasting experience, which you do all day, every day, where your preferences are born, here's the new part that we want you to get. A rocket of desire is born in that moment. In other words, whenever you know what you don't want, you know more clearly what you do want. And there are all levels of intensity of that, of course, but you are a preferring fiend. You just can't stop coming to new preferences. You can't shut that down. It's the eternal nature of this eternal universe. So it happens. And as that rocket of desire is born, here's the new part, the source part of you rides it and literally becomes it. So when you prefer something, source becomes the vibrational disembodiment, if you will, the vibrational mirror or match or beingness of that which you have preferred. And we call that evolving you, that has happened as far as we're concerned, because we're there living it, being it. We call that your vibrational escrow, meaning it's there for you. You've made the contract, you've signed the deal, nobody else is going to walk away with it. It's there just waiting for you to come over there. And if you will follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell so perfectly stated, you'll find it. In other words, it's over there where bliss is. The thing about following your bliss is that when you're really depressed, you can't get a whiff of it. And when someone says follow your bliss when you're depressed or when you're angry, they might as well be saying fly to the moon, because you have about as great a chance of doing that in this moment with your arms flapping as you do about following your bliss, because you cannot find your bliss from there, not immediately, but you could follow the direction of your bliss. In other words, you could go in the direction of your bliss. The thing that we want you to understand is following your bliss from a place of depression doesn't feel so blissful. It feels more revengeful. What do you think about that? Do you get it? That over there where you feel awful is your perception of disempowerment, and over here where you feel wonderful is your perception of empowerment. And these emotions, like love and appreciation, are a far cry vibrationally from these emotions and vibrations of despair and fear and depression. But between depression and joy are a lot of different emotions. Revenge and rage and anger and overwhelmment and frustration and hoping and believing and knowing. In other words, and many, 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 many more words could be added to this depending upon what the subject of your attention is. But we want you to understand that there is a vibrational progression, and you cannot jump from there to there. It's like your radio dial being set at 6:30 and you demanding that you hear what's being broadcast on 98.